In his honor, fans are flooding his social media pages. Particularly poignant is his last Instagram post. The most recent post by Boss was a joint effort with his wife, Allison. The couple was all smiles in the post, which came from Holker's page. The following day, everyone in the comments section asks, well, what about our Twitch? Do not publish that. Don't make us so divided. Many people are still reeling from the DJ and dancer's death last week. The main reason is that, unlike many other victims, he did not appear to be in any mental distress. Boss's morning was long and noisy, and it continues to be today. People close to him, including many members of his family, continue to share affection and stories about the man. We'll explain it to you, but before we do that, please do us a favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the bell icon to ensure that you never miss an upload from us. So with that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. Are you interested in winning an iPhone 12? A MacBook Pro, perhaps? Would you like $500 cash? Simply comment on the secret message that is hidden somewhere in this video to win. That is all. Additionally, please subscribe to the channel and like this video to help us continue sponsoring giveaways. The winner will be announced on the last day of each month. I appreciate your attention and good luck. The fourth the mother has spoken. Stephen Twitch Boss's family is dealing with the sudden loss of someone who was very important to them as fans and friends continue to deal with the effects of his death. The way he died makes that loss even more devastating. DJ Twitch's mother, Connie Boss Alexander, took to social media to thank supporters for their prayers and a post on our Instagram stories as tributes and memories continue to pour in for the Ellen DeGeneres Show. She wrote, "Family and friends, thank you for all the love, prayers, and support. Please be aware that I receive all phone calls, texts, posts, and messages. Right now, I can't speak. Please be assured that I will contact you when I can. Please continue to pray for us. Stephen Laurel, your mother will always be there for you. Just in case you believe you can dance." Eddie Boss, Star's grandfather, tells the Daily Mail specifics about his final conversation with Twitch and describes the spirit and personality of his grandson. As recently as Saturday, we spoke. Eddie told the Daily Mail on multiple occasions that he was the same happy-go-lucky person he had always been. There was no indication that anything unusual had occurred. Eddie, like most grandfathers, thought highly of his grandson and described him as a very humble and generous individual. He claimed that he brought light into the lives of everyone. Right now, we are absolutely devastated. I can only say that he was a beautiful person who made a positive impact on everyone he met and the world as a whole. He continued, "We were hurting tremendously and miss him very much." It is comforting to know that Twitch's final message to his grandfather was one of love, even though this is a devastating loss for his family. Every word has a purpose. A straightforward text that read, "I love you, Dad," were his final words to me. "Dad," he continued, "our question is why? Where did it originate? Unfortunately, we are unable to respond to that question. He was motivated to act the way he did that day by something. It wasn't a haphazard musing. It was more profound and more emotional than that. Because of this, a lot of people are wondering what in his mind and heart caused him to do this. Why he left behind his wife and children. Why he left behind a career that he clearly loved. And why he left behind the people he loved back. His passing is truly sad because we do not have any answers. In the wake of the DJ-turned-dancer's death, a lot more people have spoken up about him and praised him. The third producer, Andy Lassner, was close to Twitch and worked as a producer on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. He was overjoyed to see that so many people had paid tribute to the man. On social media, so many people are posting pictures of themselves playing Twitch. On December 16, the former producer posted on Instagram, talking about how close they were friends with him, discussing the text they sent to him last week, reminiscing about their previous interaction with him. The thing is, everything is true. All of it is true. Lassner went on. People who knew him don't want this tragedy to be about them. They are merely attempting to introduce Twitch to you. In his tribute on Friday, Lassner went on to say, he made everything about you. You had the impression that he was the most important person in the world. And he did this for everyone, not just the important people or those he needed. He performed it for everyone. Even though it doesn't sound real, it is. All of it. He explained that prior to his death, Boss was everyone's friend. Death, he really did care about everyone in his life and the people who worked at the show. The thing is, even if you only met him once, you felt that light and feeling. Because we all relied on him, I believe you and I are in pain. Lassner stated that he was our light, our joy, and our dancer. He was also willing to acknowledge that he had not anticipated this. Lassner came to the conclusion that none of us were aware that he was carrying a significant burden. He had to be so worn out. But because he didn't want it to be about him, we didn't know. So now we can either concentrate on being thankful for the gift he gave us by allowing us to take light from his flame, or spend all of our time wondering why and how, and never being satisfied with the answers we imagine. The problem is that that light remains within us. We all are. Let's try to spread that light to those we care about. We have done our best, and that is sufficient. It is more than sufficient. It's encouraging to hear that many people liked his post and said that they would remember Boss fondly and pay tribute to the man they knew. Number 2, the changes that need to be made. Sadly, despite all of the tributes that have been shown, there are still some who question one aspect of Boss's death. Many people wonder why he didn't take advantage of his fame, wealth, and ability to, quote, get help. To put it another way, after his death, people are criticizing him because he had a way out but didn't take it. That is a very, very limited account of what Boss went through and what transpired. The problem is that we are unaware of his mental and emotional state. Mel Robbins, a journalist for CNN, put this in a very clear way that illustrates the changes we need to make regarding this issue. When someone you care about is diagnosed with cancer, you see their outside appearance deteriorate. You rarely see someone struggling with mental health issues. Sadly, when someone is having mental difficulties, they feel a lot of shame, especially men. There are a lot of people who are fighting the demons in their heads, but still manage to put a smile on their face, share amusing videos on social media, participate in sports teams, and achieve success in their careers, despite having to fight the demons in their minds. The fact that someone's pain isn't visible to you doesn't mean it isn't real or overwhelming. Because Twitch's struggle was invincible in his mind, his death in public does not make sense to many people. It might have been hell on earth. As a result, how we talk about suicide matters a great deal. Yes, it is. Our society has developed a culture in which mental illness is not a thing but can be endured. We haven't even used the term mental illness for very long.